he performed overall. Under a minute remaining, 4v4. BDS have actually started to make pressure towards the site, but Liquefact shut down. That pressure no longer there. Courtesy of Beaulo with a good little peek from the bomb chassis. Shuts down that push coming through from Pillar. Solotov looking to back up this position, but his teammates are still top floor.
Just sees the pop-up and put right back down. Beaulo gets himself a second for the round. As we said before, he was that difference maker, that X factor on the previous map here, and he's off to the same sort of start, heated up. Ready to bring the fire on towards Cafe. There is now 2 players trying to eke their way around into his territory, the territory of the site itself. He pulls himself back, as you said. Great new positioning and repositioning. 14 seconds. Oh, goes out for his third. Brede does stop his tear, but I think he'll be more than happy to take that. Nafe gets the last. And there is the start of DarkZero.
Yeah, I mean, that's an impressive hold from Beaulo.
Yes, baby!
Through these choke points, you know, you've brought a hard breach lineup, but you've not been able to really get that going. So plan A has somewhat faltered. Now you've got to find the way to pivot, find the next chance to see if you can just quad stack over towards Garage side, find a couple of kills. It doesn't work with Beaulo. I mentioned his entry stat to begin, 8-1. Well, to begin against BDS, it is a loss on that one. Nafe, though, able to clean up Liquefact, but the trades will stay in favor for BDS momentarily. Up 3-2. Kobe will go down after finding a kill. Pampasu, the solo, and he will fall over towards blue. BDS kick-starting 6th Invitational 25 with a round win against DZ.
I mean, as weird as it sort of is to say, even though they lost the round, I think at parts it went better than it probably, you know, could have or should have there for the side of DarkZero. They didn't really have anything in terms of the hard breach play, in terms of getting the walls open, and in terms of the approach that would be deemed a traditional approach. And yet, when it comes down to a 2 versus 2, 2 versus 1, ultimately, you're still, you know, finding some modicums of success. The trade game worked away from them, but if you're able to be the first step that's sort of convincing on the trade game, maybe you're in the 1 versus sort of 2 power position. And the end, the great swap between either side. But again, you know, all they really had was rafters. You know, you've got some powerful aggressors and you've got some huge guns on that side. So if anyone's going to not overstay their welcome, but feel more comfortable in it, there's a moment there into vending, but then traded out. Solotov finds Beaulo as NGR is able to get Shaiiko. 2 different fights have sort of capitalized themselves, but Solotov is having to fight his way back. And as I said, if there's a team that's going to overstay their welcome, but they're happy to, Solotov, he's got himself cooked up in the kitchen.
Yeah, I mean, just winning this first floor battle right now, BDS, they're taking the contact fights. DarkZero got one through NJR, but he falls, and ultimately they have the advantage on a basement site. If BDS want, they can very much just stack the remaining 4 towards basement. You still got Solotov though towards Cafe. That's giving them, you know, a little bit of a difference point here that DC still need to deal with. So it's not like they can just rush, go hit site. They don't even have the numbers. They haven't even fully cleared out first floor. They're in a bit of a mess here on the second round. Still a Nitrocell too with users as Kobe takes a little bit of damage on the ram. And here does come Solotov, but Kobe watching on the flank. It gets the very nice kill. 50 seconds left, 3v3. Somewhat winnable still for DZ. If they can find the next pick, Emmy, it's going to really help them out.
Now the removal, obviously, of the Dock B means that the pushes might be a little bit more sticky, but the Flores is kind of less of a cost than actually losing Beaulo, who, as you said before, yesterday, huge player for the team, able to get themselves into the entry statistics. Kobe is stepping up as well as Nafe so far in the opening 2 rounds. The drop comes towards the little touch default plant spot, but Evac has the cross angle, and they just threw themselves in as I paid the compliments. Liquefact paid some in French with bullets. Users gets Pamba. And that is 2 rounds in a row for BDS.
Yeah, it's concerning that DC couldn't even really get a foothold towards basement, even around basement, say towards Cargo Stairs side. If, like, you know, you think about Nighthaven Labs basement, it does play into that roam game. DarkZero need to take it to fully utilize IT. The swing from Brede rather aggressive, and Kobe will shut him down. Opening kill goes the way of DarkZero, but their advantage doesn't last for long.
I mean, rather aggressive is a bit of an overstatement, but here's 2 more aggressive players finding some fight back. Kobe, he's got a big moment to try and keep the momentum in towards their favor. Some support on his left shoulder and some coming in the top of blue. Great take from Nafe around the corner on towards users, but here we are with some vertical control and still scrappy fights happening. Liquefact comes off worse for wear.
Well, they got second floor, Emmy. So 50 seconds left. You finally got second floor. You can play IT. The issue is, though, you haven't really got around that storage area cleared out, and you've still got a lot of utility for BDS to defend any kind of plant in there. I wonder if they might pivot, try and go for a control push eventually. 30 seconds. You're going to have to just take some of these fights. And one from above. Kobe will get the down on to Shaiiko. Finishes him off. 2 into the round for Kobe. Laxes NJR also gets rid of Liquefact. DarkZero on the board against BDS.
Let's go, boys. Well played, Kobe.
There we go.
That's big for Kobe's confidence.
Oh, huge. I mean, you know, past 2 rounds in a row, you know, there are talisman players. There are some of the best players in the world. Shaiiko is always in that conversation. I think Kobe's 2-0 against him right now. For a young gun who's probably almost definitely watched these players play across the big stages, what is better in any sporting achievement than when you get one over on a, you know, everybody wants to nutmeg Messi, right? That's just what you want to do. And getting that is the biggest confidence builder. And that is one of those questions of when will we get to see Kobe's confidence start to build up and build up and build up? BDS are taking some risky fights they don't need to. Case in point, that one. Case in point, breeding. Liquefact, which open either. So this time round, why risk it? Throw the smoke in, throw the glass in. BDS aren't going to sit around and give their lives entirely willy-nilly. But here, caught on the drone round the back. There's a drone watching. What happened there? I mean, they get the trade out, sure, but at the cost of Pamba.
Quick adjustment, though, from Kobe. Knows he has to get that trade. He knows Liquefact's either going to have to push forward into dangerous territory or look to fall back. He cuts the back line off, gets the kill. So at least evens up 4-4, but Pampers are just yet to really get involved at all, especially on that Deimos. The death marks later on in the round are so critical in highlighting some of these key player positions, especially if they're looking to tuck in behind pieces of objects like Solotov as well in towards command. 55 seconds. Breach opened up, Rafters control better than last time, but still probably not enough. They need to go towards blue, maybe even on the con side if they really want to stretch this defense of BDS.
Well, they're holding on towards the top of blue. They're inside IT, trying to make their way across, and Beaulo wants to hit electric, but Shaiiko is making that very awkward for him on the opposite end. It's a heavy Rafters approach with him. Glass removed by users. The fight falls into Nave's favor. Bolo's able to get Shaiiko, and suddenly it is just Solotov on the back of the site. Now, they do not currently have the kid in pocket that is isolated inside IT. That's why they've got to quickly pick themselves up, go for the rotate. He's been able to fight, but he didn't lock it down!
I thought he killed him!
Thought he killed him, pulled up for the next fight, but not going to stick around too much on towards that angle as they can feel BDS, even DarkZero starting to encircle them. They're inside vending, they get 1 kill on the way out the door, but there's Kobe!
Wow.
Popped in the window and dropped 2 of them down. Fantastic play on the back of the boogie drone.
Yeah, do you think, Kobe? Do you think? The haters are talking, but you're showing up right now against one of the best teams in the world, if not regarded as the best. 7-3, and a big advantage now for DarkZero, looking to find yet another round here on the attack of Nighthaven Labs. A lot of pressure here on someone like Shaiiko to really start getting involved. Highest EPS player at the Montreal Major, an absolute pinnacle superstar, but 2-4 being quiet, not making an impact. So in this 3 versus 4 on the defense, look to him to be the one to try and get involved. Still as a Nitrocell, so does users as well. But DarkZero's got time, 1:20. They can start to get a lot of pressure here. First floor looking down towards basement, look to then get side control over towards the Exo side, Cargo side. They can really surround BDS, but there he is. Shaiiko makes his mark, shuts down the rookie. Kobe will have to see out the rest of the round on the sidelines. 3v3 with a minute remaining. Big round coming up for both teams.
Now we got to see if Nave can try and get some IGLing round on his sort of modern system with the team build an approach here. They're angling on towards Exo, but you've still got a bit of a spread there towards the back end of the blue stairs. They're eyeing themselves to push down from that point, maybe with the kit. They seem to be in deep conversation, but as the time ticks on, with how vast this site can be, you're starting to question what they're angling for, what they're trying to hope for at this point, because BDS aren't giving it to them. Sure,
they have no flashes, like they don't really have much good utility, no logic bombs available from NJR. You've got 1 smoke on Nave, that's about it. So it seems like to me, DarkZero is quite hesitant in dropping down. They're not quite sure where BDS are located. They've got drones, need to make the most of them. Big win from NJR, but traded. They actually trade each other. 1 for 1, 15 seconds left. Over towards the tank we go.
Ring around the rosies, but only one still standing, and now it's suddenly a 1 versus 1. Beaulo versus users. The pistols are out, but they're not quite able to connect users. He's able to get himself to there, but they've had some time. Did you ever play the old Rainbow games?
Yeah, I think so. About a long time ago.
Yeah, that
long time.
That was
ago.
the setup of the joke. It's all right. Hap usually doesn't get those either. A minute on, and the first fight comes out towards it, and they just swung in, but well, it's traded back and forth all over the shop. A 4 versus 2 is the fallout of the end to just Kobe. Now he's able to get the first. He'll reveal his position to the remaining BDS players, though.
He knows Liquefact's low. We should know that he's low.
Charging in and past every fight possible. He's trying to isolate.
Just tap him. He's low.
Fight, but he just can't get the confirmation. Finally finds it. And as he gets to the end of it, now a 2 versus 1, but one above is the risk. The first call goes out.
You know, he's close. Logic Bomb, you got the information. I think for a second he hesitated, maybe thought he was above. Oh, Shaiiko with the Nitrocell. Kobe Lax had a lot to do there as the last one alive. Did find 2 kills, but required 2 more. And it was far too much. Very least here from BDS. I think they're just trying to see if someone from DarkZero, like a Pampazoo, you know, tries to push up. But I think with the way that this is set up, yeah, it's almost like a bit of a bait here from DarkZero, and Pampazoo is going to get the kill onto Liquefact, who probably just needed to do his checklist, do his job with the skeleton key, really make opening up that IT easier. But I love what they've done with the mirror window, opens it up from DarkZero, making it so difficult, as you can see here from this hole, to actually go for a standardized attack and open up the IT breach. And so BDS, this is where I said before, that have they got the ability to adapt now? Plan B, plan C, what do we do from here? We've lost the buck, IT storage not quite going to be the best form of attack now. We need to pivot, we need to go for a different angle of approach.
Shaiiko wants to swing on towards the door, but he's going right into a mirror window, and
okay, they get it.
The breach does come together. It's a hop angle. The Deimos will get the track, and they're inside IT. The pressure is BDS to take from Kobe as he actually hops back out after the first engagement. They've got themselves level, and they're not going to go any further. Shaiko's tracking Beaulo and just feeding that intel to potentially a player underneath. They seem like they wanted to eye up the fight for a second, but instead Solotov rotated his way up the rafters. They're getting themselves fully surrounded. We talked about the pressure of this play before. With IT, you at least get yourself a bit of extra wiggle room, but there's no pressure on towards the top of the blue currently from a player. There's nobody that's trying to make their way on towards electrical or connector. So will BDS send potentially somebody else round onto the back end, and where is users going to operate from? Because the Ying and the Candelas is really the point of the drive here. There's some damage from underneath, and there's the uses that we're talking about at the moment. The cover, the blinds, and the Gadget is going to offer something else, but BDS, they're stalling a little. 30 seconds, they're finally formulating on towards the rafters, ready to start knocking onto the side here, Xenox.
Yeah, and Dave's sitting towards blue on the CC stairs, so that's blocking off that entry point for BDS, so don't worry too much about why they're not pushing in that direction. Big kill all the way from BDS, even so much so that Brede finds a double onto his teammate of users. They've still got the advantage, they've still got the numbers. Down to Nafe and NJR, coming in towards command now as we see the death mark called out from Shaiiko onto Nafe. Solotov will follow suit, courtesy of that death mark. NJR with the kill onto Solotov just gives a brief hope, a brief moment still for DarkZero. Needs to deny the plant. Shaiiko close by. Brede confirms the plant, and Shaiiko confirms the kill as BDS extend their lead on Nighthaven Labs. Next up, you know, the 2-7 Pampazoo, the 2-6 Bowler. So you haven't quite then got that same firepower, at least in this particular map. But right now, BDS just look like a more complete round team. No surprises there. No one is shocked by that.
No, as I said, they're tournament favorites. There goes Solotov. Pamba, again, as I said, he's starting to cook, but so is this. The breach, the blitz, smashing their way through all the way up to the mirror window as it gets covered, and impact does hit. But now, look, face to face, toe to toe, round and round we go, but a man behind him comes in offers some support, and Beaulo goes down to, gets down onto Shaiiko as well. Brede does trade it out, but with only Liquefact above and Brede inside the site, he cannot sit around. A failed landing, I think it's fair to say, but a great reaction from NJR specifically. He knew what he had to sort of do there, which was not die on towards the mirror window, rehold, reposition himself, wait for the blitz to come all the way around. BDS, they overextended in support, screamed itself down the cargo stairs, and now, with a lot of time, can they try and find their way out of the 2 versus 4?
I gotta be very careful here, Emmy, because I'm not a color.
Yeah?
Neither are you.
No?
But I need to think about the way in which BDS have thought through this process. It's a very normal rush that you've gone for. You send the blitz in, you smoke off the mirror window, and you go around the corner. They lost Solotov early. We didn't quite get to see how or how that's gone and taken place, so you don't have the logic bombs. The idea is sound. The issue with the idea, though, is when you've already lost one player and you haven't got the first floor control, DarkZero are very much in a good position to then be able to battle that rush. You've got the extra player, you've got first floor, and you've got the ability to then push down cargo stairs and aid those players who are playing, say, the mirror window position, watching in towards the breach. For BDS, too many players also stayed out of the breach, so you didn't really have anyone following in Users. Users just went by himself. Yeah. He's gone all the way in towards Tank, completely by himself, takes the 1v1 with NJR, and Blitz is not quite as strong as Blitz used to be before the nerfs. So ultimately for BDS, it just felt like a very rushed attack, which is not quite like the BDS we would probably expect, where they're very calculated, make really good, calm plays. I felt like maybe once they lost Solotov, it should have just been, hey, let's just go for a plan B.
I think what they're waiting for right now is for the plant to be attempted and then maybe try and put pressure onto Liquefact. Brede is sitting and waiting and... Oh, he almost could have confirmed that, but he didn't want to risk it. Pops the fire in. Liquefact's able to get one.
You cannot be losing
3 but the time is the worry. They've pulled themselves back out. 20 seconds and DarkZero make the right decision, which is leave. They pull themselves further away and they drop in. It's a down player.
Oh my God.
Brede takes a scrap of damage, but cargo stairs of Kobe again showing up when DarkZero need him the most. It leaves Brede, but it's a long distance between the two remaining players. They aren't offering him anything. He's just going to hold on to it because they know he doesn't have another choice. And there is the close down.
Well, it should never have been that close, Emmy. That is a heart attack moment. I feel sorry for the NA fans here watching because BDS, though, you know, you're not going to see BDS have a round like they did in the previous one all that often, so they've made the moment. Nitrocell thrown out, but it's very fast rushing users. The Blitz is successful. Liquefact got the opening kill on to Kobe. There was that trade, though, so 1 for 1, not awful considering the pressure that we got from BDS very early into this round. DarkZero able to offset it with a nice kill back onto Liquefact.
And JR is able to keep the pressure up as well. As you said, you know, you're entirely blinded, a Blitz on one side and a player on the other. You're not really going to survive that one. 99 times out of 100, but the trade was at least there. They were at least able to pull a body back on. Liquefact is gone. That sort of vocal lead voice will now just be on the cam, trying to cool things from the back end. Nath, on the other hand, the opposing IGL can keep himself active inside the game. The Mute Jammers will stop that death mark. No tracks on Beaulo, no pressure coming in from underneath. Solotov is going to have to get a little bit more direct up towards the back of rafters. Brede does find the head of Pamber, and there's a long Selma throw on towards the wall. Beaulo is tempted to go out and shoot it off, and does, because nobody was watching on towards it. It's a bait onto utility, but here, an Ela target, though we know that there are Mute Jammers close by, so the death mark will fail again. They'll just sort of cleanse themselves of that phantom pressure.
This is a very aggressive position from Naif. You know, if Usus was pushing towards blue, that Blitz would probably find the way to deal with the Warden pretty comfortably, especially as it's usually accompanied with backup. But right now, BDS not really shaping up for a blue side here. They got all of their members now towards IT, towards Rafters, 40 seconds left. Big Nitrocell from Beaulo, but it's going to fall short of Brede, who just pulled back at the right time on the Hibana. Trying to get some help towards Rafters now as well. Solotov making his way in. Shaiiko, though, with the Vendetta. Bullet does get one for good measure, but ultimately BDS just able to surround DarkZero towards site. And once again, DZ on defense. Labs are losing another round on a key site.
Kill as of yet, but you just hear and see and get hunted down by BDS. The lineup is relentless for this. They're inside. Solotov's been able to find himself a double. NJR and Shaiiko are having a battle on cargo stairs. The only one that's been put in a box has been all the DarkZero. Nath, all that's left here of keeping DarkZero alive. Got to ace onto BDS in the first fight. He's not able to get it connected. Has to pull himself out as Brede secures the plant, but a flawless. To end the opener here, BDS, they are taking their opponent's map and are eyeing up Chalet.
They were pretty much faultless on Labs. All 5 players incredibly performed. EPS levels 110 plus for all 5 players, Emmy. I mean, that is staggering. There were 3 players on the side of DZ that were all below 70, so that's a huge gap in terms of team performances. 60 seconds left as BDS getting their checklists done. And I imagine they're going to start to put the pressure on. One outside of the rappel, big window. Kobe in a very precarious position. One on the window, one down below. Lost his life. Shaiiko with the opening kill of the round. There was a trade, though, immediately backed by NJR, who is still low on the lesion. But time starts to become somewhat of a factor as Users trying to put the shield away temporarily on the Blackbeard. Gets the kill onto what was a low health NJR. Advantage now for BDS.
Well, the fight happens over the top of the stairs and they scream their way down towards Trophy, and it's a 4 versus 2. They don't really have direct control of anything, but it hasn't really stopped them. A beautiful shot from Beaulo on the back line of half wall with Nath still operating underneath. They're luring them in, but Fortunately for them, Users had gone a little bit further along. Nave, 20 seconds to hold off. It's not impossible. If he's able to just sort of pip the planter and get a surprise moment here, BDS could fall away. And, well, he sees a Blackbeard, and that's the worst possible person to see. That will read the information. Great take on the first. He's not able to get
his head was showing
the rip of it. I mean, it's easy for us with the outlines. Who knows what he saw, but...
Nave wants to get aggressive. It's a good little bait with the Claymore. He's on the Solar, so you can obviously see it full well.
He's being watched above as well. Look to his top right. I'm not sure who that is, but they are eagerly waiting. It's Liquefact is watching that door like a hawk.
Oh, baited, son. You've just been sunned. Nave gets caught, thinks he's got the upper hand on the Solus, knows the Claymore's there. Also knows, because Eustace is on the rappel, big window in towards bedroom, he senses that it may not be watching it and putting a lot of faith in that Claymore. Well, he's got more faith in Liquefact to get that kill really nicely executed from BDS, and that's just the difference. They're just playing on a different level.
It's the second time they've been able to get the entry in a row as well. You remove the Solace from what is a pretty familiar bit of run-out territory. And cleanly, as you said, no real contest. The Claymore is still standing after the end of it as well. There is a bit of a slowdown from some of the goo mines, but otherwise, BDS, they've got some light control here, eyes on towards top of the white stairs itself. There's a full lock on the side of box. They're not really contesting around Ivy. Instead, it's actually Shaiiko that, with the LMG, just swings wide, removes Beaulo from inside the core of the site itself. Pamba's going to try and step in, but there's sort of a big statement of, I wouldn't do that. He does catch one, but it's the same second. Shaiiko gets another kill. There's pressure on the door, and he just walks into somebody else's firefight.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Ah! Ban Blackbeard, I swear.
Ban Blackbeard.
Well, I love that round, though. Kicks off from the beginning, doesn't it? I mean, it's just a classic case of bait on the Solus. Solus sees the Claymore, senses an opportunity. Liquefact in a good spot, and from there, then they've just got numbers. And unfortunately for DarkZero, it was just a case of basically swinging. They just wanted to get involved in the middle portion of the round. We get the replay there of the beginning kill onto Nate, but at this point onwards, you know, DarkZero, I mean, that's just a sharp kill onto Beaulo. Here's another swing, Piano side. You'll see another swing probably later on. This is just a push towards Ego. It's a double swing, in fact. So they're just swinging around on the map simply based on the fact that they sense the pressure from BDS. They feel corralled, and they panic, and then they start moving around, and it's just all too easy. 2-0 start for BDS.
Should they win it? When will they win it? When are they going to? And you could see that it ate at them for a while. They'd be on stage, that even in their biggest moments, feel that weight. And you know, it's not that they weren't enjoying themselves, but the pressure was there. I'm not saying it's not right now, but this sort of almost jovial energy. There's just joy at playing the game.
You like that?
I love to see anyone have a good time playing.
Fangirling.
I just love.
You know what the best thing about being a Nosecaster is?
What?
Nothing. Our teams aren't even here.
What do you mean? You've got.
Where's Gaming Gladiators? Where's Chiefs?
Virtue?
Virtue's not a team. He's a player.
Virtue is a movement. But anyway, it's just generally seeing positive, upbeat energy from any team is great. But from a team that, let's be honest, has some of the most pressure on them, it's great for them. Solotov is removed by Beaulo, though. And at this point, Kobe is trying to go toe-to-toe across libraries. Position's been read, though. So instead, I think he's going to try and get himself out of there.
DarkZero need to just try and find a way to slow down this mid-round. And I don't know if it's a case of BDS slowing themselves down or it's just simply the site, but minute and a half, 4v4. It's a little bit better than what we saw from Bedroom. That's just a peek again from Kobe. Wants to try and get information towards Big Window and towards games. Peeks his head. Patience from users. I mean, like that's the kind of situation where a Capitao needs to use his utility to clear out bar stock, but he just gets a free kill. Kobe goes for a head look. BDS now have the numbers. DarkZero have to contemplate. Do we take the fight on the roam game still or look to fall back to site? Well, I mean, this is just NJR getting slaughtered from behind. Liquefact just creeping up towards West Main. And Beaulo over towards Trophy Stairs. They're just all over the place defensively. DarkZero have got numbers around the map, but no one's really playing off each other. You know, you got like one bar stock, one West Main, one Trophy. It's like they're trying to get so much map control, but there's too much spacing, and it's allowing BDS to just kind of slip through the cracks and get themselves into the map. Absolutely commanding here on Chalet. Nighthaven Labs was a somewhat okay performance from DZ. This is looking like an absolute stomp and really highlighting the difference in class and quality between these two rosters at this event.
Well, there's the first take, and it's on towards Pamba. Bride gets one, and Kobe's able to shut out Shaiiko. Again, good news. They get rid of a big player. He's obviously been able to drive himself into the Flores before, and even when he's got the LMGs. So Kobe starting to activate and operate as he did in the first map will be a good sign and a good tell. BDS circling around onto the large fireplace stairs here, but you can sort of see that they're running the numbers on where to make their approach. I was a bit curious last time we were here because the first line, the first fight was actually just inside the site up through the vertical. And at this point, it feels like DarkZero keeping a more sort of tighter grasp on the site itself. They're not offering that surprise route through, so BDS is having to run the numbers, try and just prod and pull back and peel away.
Well, don't forget as well, this is a non-hard breach setup from BDS, and it's kitchen and dining, so typically you want to get office opened up to get a bit of that vert, deny the position of DZ. They don't have the ability to actually do that, so that wall's going to stay reinforced. And that's going to provide a lot of cover for DarkZero to maintain top floor control, which is going to make it far more difficult as well for BDS to get inside of, say, kitchen and dining. If BDS are going to win this round, they're going to have to brute force their way to clear out Beaulo rather than being able to open the wall up and push him back. But they also still need to go over towards the trophy side if they're going to get the other side all cleared up too. There's a lot to do with only 20 seconds left. Nitrocell not ideal onto users. For a 4v4 with so little time, this is the kind of round that DarkZero essentially have to win. By finding these kills, they will indeed win. And a bit of a curious case there for BDS in terms of the operator lineup choice regarding the site choice as well. They looked a little bit lost as to how they wanted to actually execute. And that's the one time now that we've seen on Chalet, the first time, I should say, for BDS, where they've looked a little bit lost. A good round from DarkZero, but if I'm going to be completely honest, I felt like it was more to do with BDS kind of just fumbling.
Yeah.
More so than DarkZero doing all too much. Their credit, though, comes in actually punishing the mistake of BDS and being in a good position to deal with the trophy push.
I mean, that's the sort of split, right? What we'd have to compare there is just entirely how they positioned themselves and set up the hold. There was still similarities. You had, obviously, the castle set up, so I think they swapped off Rooney Gates for his army instead to try and maybe be a bit more mobile with the holds. There was, I think, an Ella and a Mute as well.
I thought something to just kind of consider because it was a big factor in the previous round. They do have the Montang, so they can have a bit more of that push potential, double shield in the round. Bride and users. That was a missed smoke. Ooh. And Liquefact will find an opening kill anyway on to Nave. Just straight in towards dining on the docker feed, drop down in towards wine. And that's a good yellow ping information there on the drones. DarkZero under pressure early, despite the fact they were finally able to get a round win on kitchen and dining. They go up above to bedroom and office and find themselves once again under an immense amount of pressure.
Yeah, Kobe made entirely the right decision there. You could see he was sort of holding on for as long as possible, but the fact that he was concerned about the bottom of the stair set, there were players on the windows draining him out, and the damage came from the double window all the way across through the angle from the back end. As he was being beat by Shaiiko, I mean, he couldn't sit around and see what would happen next. Bride on the Monty wants to try and make their way up, but they seem to actually be battling back and forth. They need someone to offer some support. The Blackbeard is still getting some damage done as Pamba is the next to be forced and shepherded away, and they're not even trying to convert the kills, I say, as Bride. I
mean, that's just Kobe being in a very difficult position. He's got pressure on the balcony outside, and then you still have to deal with the pressure on the inside. So he was kind of just caught in a crossfire. He needed to try and get out of that spot earlier. Had he done so, could have kept himself alive, put more pressure back onto BDS, but he was the one under an immense amount of pressure. Beaulo, a nice kill, but it's probably all for naught. Brido's going to be able to get the plant down safely inside a bedroom. Now it's a 3v1 in the post plant. Shaiiko puts an end to the round pretty quickly. Well worked from BDS with the double shield setup. Easy solar control to get the plant in towards bedroom, and no real counterplay from DarkZero. Keep positions, keep bar stock control, keep mezzanine control, and allow Pambazu to be the hero later in the round. You cannot be losing players early, though, on bar games. Still a minute remaining, so much time. Pambazu needs to get involved.
I mean, he's being called. He's round the back, and a great bit of motion there from the Vigil, but it's Shaiiko and Beaulo and Nave are actually all able to win out their own personal engagements. It leaves us in the 2 versus 3, but the site is actually currently being controlled by BDS. They're going to see if they can get a plant down as the hatch is
No one's watching
There's
it.
nobody here to try and directly stop it at this point. It's going to turn into a post plant retake. It's a bit awkward. They fight their way out the window and they're trying to win the engagement somehow. Brede gets the exchange on towards the side of Pamba now, and it's a post plant with a 2 versus 1. Brede!
Wow.
He's just ripping his way out. We've always known him to have huge clutch potential, but what a moment there. Pulls the kit down, fights his way up and out of the room. Beaulo is caught on mud. And I mean, for all the compliments of Brede, you do have the question marks for DarkZero.
Round, and we don't get the round win. There's could have been a 4-2 half, DC going to the attack slatted map. Could have been a completely different storyline, but now at 5-1, BDS are well and truly in command. Liquefact, that was a little bit lackadaisical with the swing around the doorway. Free kill for Kobe. DarkZero will get themselves an early attacking kill.
It's a decent amount of pace here applied by DarkZero. They're not wasting any time getting into the second half of this map. They've put the pressure on instantly on towards Liquefact. Up top, there was a force down the side of blue there for Shaiiko to just get out of there. And, well, they've now been able to wrest themselves some control of the territory here. There is still a lot of potential of slowing. Obviously, the Goyo canisters long since placed. 2 more C4s ready to rip and let loose on towards the soft paws of Fireplace, or even if they try to sneak in a plant, we have more than one hard breach option here from the side of DarkZero. They have more options. Do they know about Shaiiko? He's returning his way up, gets one, and he's able to escape as well. There's a player on his tail, but he can't quite net the kill. Kobe wasn't quite able to get revenge there. Pamba is traded out. Shaiiko. I said that they'd force them down for the opportunity. I forgot that they had the ability to sniff themselves right back up when they had a free moment. It did seem like they had some awareness as well, but, you know, you're going into a sort of flat engagement. He finds NJR. Was that through the vertical? And I agree with the reaction there, NJR. It's frustrating. But at this point, a minute on, now BDS have the body advantage. They have the close shotgun. It's a risky angle to peek against it. The blinds come out. Usus isn't going to sit around, but he is happy to move right back into the turf that's actually pulled away from it. They use the cover of the noise to get out of there.
I mean, the issue here, though, is that with so little time remaining, if BDS still having the numbers, yeah, that's exactly what they needed at that exact point in time. Big kill from Beaulo, evens things up going into what will be the final 30 seconds of this round. It feels like a must-win for DarkZero. Otherwise, at 6-1, it's a long way to come back from. You've got to get your opportunities when they are presented to you, and this is certainly a round in which they've still got a good chance. Beaulo at second, opening up the site now, making things a little bit more comfortable for DarkZero. Naif will help out as well, gets involved, leaving just Solotov by himself, spotted and finished off from Beaulo. 3 huge kills from Beaulo to get DarkZero that round. 5-2, this one's not done yet.
I mean, Beaulo has been an intense factor for the team.
It should be 4-3. Like, that's the thing. It should be 4-3.
But you have to give credit there. It was decent read on positions. Obviously, as I said, an explosive start from the side of DarkZero. Shaiiko does Shaiiko things. Suddenly they lose the body advantage. But then there's that. That was the take. He was frustrated about. This is the first that he gets. The fleeing Brede. The perfectly timed drop there as well. They got the reveal from the intel of the drone, the coverage that came across, and DarkZero's motion so tight, so together when they needed to make the operation. It was almost the opposite when they couldn't stick the landing.
They've looked fine, but they just keep making too many mistakes compared to their opponent.
Well, NJR is able to get rid of Solotov, and the Nook is already eyeing up the site, but instead would prefer the kill. The Solace was on the track of the gadget tree, but with Usus getting Naif, they at least aren't entirely bleeding out. Here's DZ. Great start, and Usus trying to buy himself some time, but how long until Beaulo continues the tear he's been on?
It's just fine. You can slow things down. You don't have to just keep sending it. It's Bark games. You've got a player advantage. BDS can no longer get all of the control power positions. you just don't have the numbers. You want one bar stock, probably one over on the bar side of things as well. Then technically mezzanine up above as Shaiiko goes for a roam, I think seeking to try and get the numbers back into a stable position for BDS. Instead, he walks into Pampasu on the Nook, and suddenly this is a round in which DarkZero should very well win. It's 4v2. BDS can only play one in bar stock, one in mezzanine. So one on the first floor, one on the second floor. They are completely separate. Users and Bride can't trade each other, but Users goes for a vault out from mezzanine to front entrance, kill onto NJR, and almost got the kill onto Kobe, who does have the kit, falls back and plays sight. And just like that, a little bit more hope in the round now for BDS. That's a huge power play from Users.
There was a player that was around the top of blue as well that didn't really go for an immediate sort of reaction on towards that fight. They didn't want to risk the engagement, risk losing another body to it. It was a huge gamble from Users. But when you are 5-2 up in this sort of situation, gambles are what makes the difference. Now, with a minute, on the site where the last time there was a 2 versus X situation,
they're on the site, though.
pulled it out, exactly. And that's the worry right now. This is where DarkZero, I said they were a much improved landing on their attack on the previous round. They've got to see if they can try and make it happen.
They're double stacking into bar stock. This is wonderful. I mean, this is literally the opposite of what DarkZero did on this previous defense for them, where they had one fireplace, one mezzanine, no one inside of bar stock. Beaulo goes down temporarily to the frost mat inside of Mudroom. Will get himself out, but is debuffed for the remaining 30 seconds of this round. Kobilax on the glass, trying to find one through the smoke. Gets a kill onto Bride. 3 in the round, making a quad now from Users in a 1 versus 1 against the hampered Beaulo. Users looking to find the ace to get them into a match point round. And as it stands, Beaulo doesn't seem like he has an idea as to where Users may be. Swings around, pistol wins it. A tremendous effort from Users with a 4K, but the pistol from Beaulo clears out nicely. Another round for DarkZero here on Chalet, and they are fighting tooth and nail to stay alive in this match.
Stretch out those Keybers. We'll see if there's something they can use. Obviously, Van Blackbeard was the call of Liquefact. Let's see if DarkZero, I suppose, can prove why it wasn't. They're inside and above, trying to find a fight with Liquefact. Kobe on the Blackbeard is tucked into a corner. He's in a bit of an awkward spot, but he's able to win out the first and the second. Kobe! Huge pair of kills there on the top floor. Rest control. Beaulo finds Solotov after the single frag they got, and we are in, I mean, the previous round once again. Users and Bride, all that's left, trying to hold on. Users gets none this time, just kept on double dipping, and Beaulo, he's leaving a little bit of bait here. The man has gone fishing for a Frenchman, and he's hoping.
The pacing from DarkZero in this half has been honestly quite incredible. Going up against BDS, that's the thing. It's because of their opponent as well as they finish off the round. This time in emphatic fashion.
Fucking shit, Kobe! Let's go! Come on!
Kenny is absolutely pumped. And as he should be. I mean, this is a really good fight back from DZ, because don't get it twisted. We go back to the end of that first half where they fumbled on bar games. DZ should have won that round. And had they won that round, they would be leading now 5-4. Instead, they're down 5-4. So I think that when you kind of take that into account, they're right in this game. And it's a very winnable map on a map that has a large streak attached to it for BDS. Wonderful double kill moment from Kobe. He understood the pressure on the player in bathroom, but then you have to switch adjust for that second kill coming around the side of that keeper barrier. And that takes some incredible reflexes. 5-4. BDS have already taken their timeout, led by Beaulo, who's 11-5. The rest now starting to make an impact.
Success rate,
yeah,
that is a legendary moment.
Well,
that is a big uplift.
Speaking of 100% success rate as well, intriguing stat here, but so far throughout all 9 rounds, the attacking team has found the opening kill. That's from the first half of BDS. They got 6 in a row, now 3 in a row for DarkZero. I've said it now, so I imagine BDS.
I mean, Shaiiko tried to, but he's instantly pulled back, and look at this.
This is going to be a breach. Rosh towards basement, and it will be. Smoke goes out. Bride does stop that little attacking opening kill streak by getting the kill onto Beaulo, but it does matter not, because the plant goes down successfully, and DarkZero are able to find kills in that moment while the plant was going down. BDS were rushing back to site, but could not stop it, and NJR on the glass has already found one, and can certainly do more damage here.
I mean, what a cacophony of noise here. You just gets caught out by the glass, the cover. NJR has it locked in. There's a bit of a, I mean, too deep of a dive, but look how far back they are watching it. The Monty's on one shoulder. They have a player all the way deep, and they're trying to bait the engagement, but that's not the man you need to watch. There There's one round on the back of Kobe. We're all tied up, Xenox.
Yeah, I mean, that's good positioning from Kobe to just offer the double down, making sure that they can get the pinch onto those players pushing in towards the site. So a really well-worked set play from DarkZero. They had a goal, a mission, and accomplished it.
It was removed from above. It sounds like it, you know, they just can't get the mute jam at first. A lot of utility. Whoa! Wow! I mean, it's a great take. You know somebody's there trying to stop you get that removed, but what a swing there. What a body to take. Solotov unfortunately just been shut out.
Well, this is where BDS will start to feel the pressure now, and they want to go searching and hunting to get themselves back into an even man count. And this is where DarkZero need to be prepared for that. There's enough time. They can be patient. You can see it from Kobe on the roof, just watching the window, sensing that BDS need to get one back. Otherwise, they're not going to have the numbers to defend the site. One still tucked into the corner on Library. Not a good position where you want to be this late into the round. You can get cleared out. That drop looking a little bit tantalizing, thinking, I just want to get out of here. There's the flames. Users up in flames, but he does make the drop successfully, albeit losing a lot of health.
I mean, that's sort of it, right? That he survives. The most important part right now. He's been one of the sort of standouts. He almost ace-clutched around earlier on. It could have been a very different game here, but there's two more. Again, Brede and Users in a 2 versus X, but there's at least one extra. Will we get a flawless here?
Flawless.
Yes, we will! DarkZero from 1 to 5 to 1 round away from taking this map. Unbelievable.
Oh, Kenny is embodying all of the North American fans right now with his energy. Match point, DarkZero against BDS here on the second map. And that map being Chalet, that map being a 10-0 streak. That map may be about to be broken by DarkZero after what was a pretty comfortable Nighthaven Labs. 7-3 for BDS coming into this particular Chalet, going 5-1 up. Emmy, this is the last thing I expected. We're getting it. 6-5, 5 rounds in a row now from DarkZero. They're on a bit of a heater. They're all playing well too. I mean, Beaulo's kind of leading the way, but we've seen some good plays from Pampazoo. We've seen some great plays from Kobe. I mean, Pampazoo on the Vigil was a big factor. Kobe, 5 plays stairs, big factor. NJR, Naif, both playing their roles as well. So you've got all 5 players on DZ that are doing a tremendous job right now.
Really the only person that has a bit of a divide between his kills and his deaths. He's trying to not beat that first bit of focus. The calls come out, the pressure around the top of Ivy. It's a fight against Users here, but there is Shaiiko getting NJR. There is a trade. Back but Brede against Pamba. They keep the body advantage. Solotov pops up and gets the end of Naif. They've been able to spring a bit of a trap here. BDS.
Oh, boy. Down to the Master and the Apprentice, Beaulo and Kobe. Still time, 50 seconds. Beaulo does get one. That might just alleviate the pressure, especially for someone like Kobe, who could sense the moment, might be a bit of a prospect. But hey, now it's made easier. They can go and get the diffuser. Plenty of time to grab this, pick it up, go for now a bit of a pivot. 2v3 is not impossible by any means, but it's going to take a master performance here, essentially led by Beaulo, because Kobe's going to have to play that shield far more on the Blackbeard than, say, the gun.
My big worry right now is 2 C4s and Gumine still potentially out and about. Just one of those with 20 seconds is going to be devastating to any of their approach and their chance to play with the plant. Beaulo accidentally opens up chat, I believe, and that's the worst time for that. The Elemines as well, but the C4, I said it. It was always the threat on the board, and they had 2 chances to net that. They get themselves to OT, but you can see it. It's not done yet.
Just have someone on the Library balcony to put pressure into Library. So BDS will be a little bit more split on the attack here, but I think that they will deal with Pampers. I think they'll put more stock into the Vigil this round. And so maybe that's why Kobe's doubling down on the Alibi as well. He's putting his presence over towards that solar side, holding in towards Bathroom. Pampazoo on the first floor now, roaming dining. So this is a bit of a different setup from DarkZero rather than a conventional one. And with that, Naif will get the opening kill onto Users. He too roaming about around the map. And now you can pull it all back if you want. You've got that player advantage.
It's entirely what I was going to say, because remember the last time we were here, well, they didn't win this site. This isn't their one defensive round.
Well,
it's the one that they should have. Exactly. So instead of going to that one site where they're like, look, we have the victory, let's go to the one where we were close. BDS, they might anticipate us to do something slightly different. We know we can change that into a win. The first is that entry statistic. They lose the Blackbeard. How important, how powerful it was to now being gone, being knocked out of it. Users was having a screamer at the start of it, almost with the ace clutch round, and since then, I believe has been shut out pretty much continually here. In a minute 10 BDS, and they're trying to get themselves in and above the site itself. The first fight might come onto the side of Ivy here. The drones are making their way around, and Kobe is the one on blue stairs with Nath, Pamba, and Beaulo all aggressively around the side. Kobe's caught as he tries to get out of there, but not before Beaulo's able to find Liquefac.
No flank potential here from DarkZero because they got that early kill. They all fell back, 5 stack towards site. Still top floor control, Nath in towards library, but everyone else around bar and bar stock here. 40 seconds remaining. What can BDS do with the numbers disadvantage?
I mean, they've got the players down inside stock.
Amber caught.
They had one less player now, a 3 versus 3.
Nath's still in library though. They haven't cleared him. They may not be aware of his position.
Well, he might be able to activate on towards Brede. Brede's the one with the kit. He's
got no
above
idea.
the hatch, and if they don't know about Nath, if Nath can get the hatch cold, that might be the win condition entirely. He just has to operate, activate at the right time. Does he know? Solotov and Shaiiko, he is waiting
Nath
patiently.
moving. Nath is
He's
moving.
on the move. He's on the fight onto Brede. Cold. Brede is down inside the side. They have the Overwatch on the kit itself. A triple for Nath. And once again, DarkZero, they get themselves on towards this map round.
Look at that smirk. Nath knows full well, outplays BDS. Good little hold in towards library. You do not understand, Emily, how easy it is to get antsy and just want to start moving around when you're holding that position. You've got so many thoughts in your head. If I go early here, I catch them off guard, I help out my team. What happens if I sit here for too long and my team just dies and I'm by myself? Then it's too little too late. You have to time it perfectly, and it's literally the moment as Brede is looking to go down the hatch, Nath starts swinging around the corner, and coupled with Beaulo, they get the kill. Kit's on the floor, very little time left. Nath is the only one on elevation of both teams. DarkZero once again with match point, and it is entirely deserved. That is a much better defensive performance on Bar Games than last time. Look at Kenny towards Nath. He's like, you did it, good job.
Kenny is like,
give me that.
pulled themselves generally back towards the site itself as the top floor becomes under the control of DarkZero, but there's still a bit of a distance to go at this point. Kobe concerned over potential rotate round the back, which could be operated by users who's hanging around on the wrong side of the map. They have some pings and some idea. I'm wondering if they're going to try and shut him down first over here, or if he's going to realize the pressure's coming as well and pull himself down in towards West Main. There's the motion, there's the fight. He's opted to stay to his back to the wall, and Nath gets the users at 2 Blackbeard. Should be banned.
Yeah.
And maybe DarkZero.
If he wasn't a Blackbeard, he'd be dead. Uses with a great pre-fire, and then he's like, oh no. And then immediately dives to Nath. Advantage, DarkZero. Not just in this round, but of course in the map itself. Can they close this out with an 8-6 victory to stop the BDS streak on Chalet? Down to 4 for BDS into the final minute. They start to make their way back towards basement. Everyone inside of Snow White. Solotov still towards Blue Hallway has a Nitro Cell. Brede still has a Nitro Cell. So there's still good utility on the defense for BDS, but DarkZero just look like they are on a heater, playing with confidence, playing with exuberance. There's that Nitro Cell, and they cannot get away in time, and Pamba falls with him too. Just like that, BDS with the advantage.
Now, what can they do with 20 seconds? NJR gets Shaiiko and Kobe gets Liquefac. The balance instantly swaps back round. It's blind, and Solotov gets one at Brede for his third Beaulo. We have sung and screamed his praises, but not quite this round. We are going all the way.
Oh, you get this wonderful kill onto a superstar like Liquefac. You throw out the flash, you want to clear Blue Hallway, but you go a little too early. You are full white. Easy kill from Blue Hallway. BDS start to then win the next couple of battles, and we go to round number 15. Timeout. DarkZero. That they're going to have to play some lurk off-angle rolls, catch BDS off guard in certain areas over the next 40 to 50 seconds, and then really that can dictate what the final minute's going to look like.
Flashes back towards Beaulo. He's not blinded by it.
That's what he's trying to do. He's just trying to be a nuisance.
Though. NJR pops his way up just the bottom of the stairs of West Main, takes care of Liquefac. And what a blow for your opening. We talked about the hard breach change. Well, they've lost half of that throughout this, but most importantly, they've lost that vocal lead voice for the team itself. A minute 20, they flood their way in towards the top of blue. They're making their way across the top floor, and the C4 doesn't quite get the full bite of Solotov, but Pamba He's not going to be punished for the back end of it. He's able to get himself into a little bit more of a powerful position. There's the catch, though! Pamba picks up as free Solotov. And now Shaiiko
Play
has
side.
to
You can play
see.
side. This is where 60 seconds left, 5v3. Everyone back to side if you can. Pampa can't. He was stuck bar stock. Really good cover from Shaiiko to know that the retreat back for Pampazoo was always going to be a difficult one. So that's an opportunity to get a kill. He gets it, kills him. 3v4, 40 seconds left. And look at the huddle. 3 towards blue hallway. Nafe over towards fireplace stairs. DarkZero are holding on for dear life.
It's not even the huddle, it's the guns as well. It's just a wall of shotguns, and the first, though, is the one that isn't. There's Nafe popping it on the back end. Day has to find 4 kills to lock it out here in map 2.
Look at him. That is a huddle.
I mean, it's just all shotguns as well. It's a nightmare. You are walking into a firing range and you get one, but BDS, they bleed. They can be defeated. DarkZero, the difference, the factor, the performance. Unbelievable.
The streak is broken. DarkZero cracking BDS's Chalet. 8-7 in one of the maps of the tournament so far. A tremendous effort from DarkZero, but the job is far from done.
Came a little bit back and forth in the final throws of OT, but here, now at this moment in time, DarkZero, they're at the possibility of bucking this trend. Oh, there's the run out. There's the catch onto one. He saw a second for a second, and he's actually going to double dip, but the player has dropped on down. Nafe gets the opener there on towards Shaiiko, and Efac's able to get Kobe right back on the top floor.
I mean, if this is going to have a lot of similarities to Chalet, that's going to be a good thing for DarkZero in the long run, because Nighthaven Labs, they weren't really going this kind of 1-for-1 throughout the rounds, whereas Chalet was very scrappy, good fights. DarkZero were able to bring back disadvantages, but also get some of the entry kills in the second half. BDS, first half on Chalet, when they were attacking, they got all 6 opening kills to begin with. Well, that's already not going to be the case here for Cafe. Of course, a vastly different map, though. Logic Bomb from LickyFac, a good kill for him early on. One of the players that kind of mentioned to keep an eye on coming into Cafe. Nafe, of course, was great in a couple of his clutch plays on Chalet, but Beaulo really led from the front. Kobe is, well, already a storyline coming into this series, and boy, has he performed overall. Under a minute remaining, 4v4. BDS have actually started to make pressure towards the site, but LickyFac shut down. That pressure no longer there. Courtesy of Beaulo with a good little peek from the bomb chassis. Shuts down that push coming through from Pillar. Solotov looking to back up this position, but his teammates are still top floor.
Just sees the pop-up and put right back down. Beaulo gets himself a second for the round. As we said before, he was that difference maker, that X factor on the previous map here, and he's off to the same sort of start. Heated up. Ready to bring the fire on towards Cafe. There is now 2 players trying to eke their way around into his territory, the territory of the site itself. He pulls himself back, as he said. Great new positioning and repositioning. 14 seconds.
Oh,
goes out for his third. Brede does stop his tear, but I think he'll be more than happy to take that. Nafe gets the last. And there is the start of DarkZero.
Yeah, I mean, that's an impressive hold from Beaulo.
Yes, baby!
Kenny's not going to have a voice by the end of the series if DarkZero win. I kind of want BDS to win just so Kenny doesn't lose his voice.
You know, like those like motivational edits that people make where they sort of have like the scenic shots and stuff. I want that with the stuff that Kangaroo Kenny is screaming. Just like shots of like rivers and trees, and it's yes, baby! I love it. And opening DarkZero round here, it's over the series the first time they've been able to get that so far. They've obviously found themselves working from the sort of back foot, and here, that first round, but they're up technically. There was an NA win earlier on in the day as well. Kobe gets LickyFac.
That's pretty big. I mean, if you're bringing a Sens, it's always going to be a big part of your win con. It's just that kind of operator. There's a reason why you bring it with the ROUs, and so that not being there is definitely not ideal. But also, you lose the smoke now into Bambazoo. Big kill from Solotov. Kind of resets the round. 4v4, I think relatively evened up between the 2 teams, but it's the ability for Kobe to find that opening kill by going for the jump out, the run back through bot Y. I mean, it's a very ballsy sort of play for a rookie who has had a lot of people talk about him. 4v3 though, with Shaiiko getting rid of NJR. Just like that, all of a sudden, despite the opening kill for DarkZero, BDS with a slight advantage. 90 seconds left. Brito just sending it through Bakery here with the Blitz trying to find some information.
I mean, at this, they have a lot of time right now. The Blitz is knocking on the door itself. They just need to try and formulate the hold. And you can see that the remaining members of DarkZero are trying to break it. It's a risky play, but they confirm the kills. They won't get picked back up, and there's no one to trade it. And there's Kobe getting Solitov. Nave getting users as well out of the exchange of it. And as Bride goes for the plant, suddenly it's a 2 versus 3. The C4 is ripped and thrown. Not quite close enough to stop the plant. The second won't get the drop as well. Helped by the shield, but he is only on a sliver of health. Shaiiko having to watch both ways. The pings are hot, and it's not enough as Beaulo comes around the corner, and Beaulo!
Well, I love that again there from Kenny as he gives it to Kobe and says, nice job, because Kobe was a big factor in that round, Emmy. First the jump out to begin with, but then in the middle portion of the round, just as it felt like BDS were kind of bringing things back, Shaiiko gets a kill, it's 4 on 3. Kobe goes outside, deals with the twitch, gets the kill, and it stops the reinforcements for BDS to follow Bride into the site on the Blitz. The Blitz goes in, but if no one else is following, and it ended up just being Shaiiko, you don't have the firepower there, and DarkZero are then in a position to retake any kind of plant attempt. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty funny watching that Nitrocell just go like all of 1 meter on the throw. It's like when you try and throw something in your dreams,
yeah,
you have no power, it's just like, ugh. But hey, tremendous job. And again, yeah, 4v3, just over a minute left, Kobe goes for a play, and that's a ballsy play at that. Beaulo does Beaulo things, no surprise. Lord Glass is activated, the flash is ineffective. And Kenny, he's gonna need a Strepsil after this.
We need like a decibel monitor. Engagement is going to be one that might be the tip of the spear or just sort of a rebuffing. The Havana trying to clear the space above the site and the kit on towards Piano, but it's Solitov that does find NJR from the back end, but instantly traded out because he's just in the middle of the site, taking a risky move, and it's not quite paid off as it did before. The C4 on the windowsill won't quite get the catch on the player, but you can see BDS is so concerned about how DarkZero have been anticipating, manipulating the space outside of the map itself. They're exploring all of their options, and all of them are generally leading towards killing. And talking of that, Pamba heading his way up the stairs and right back down.
45 seconds remaining here in the third round. If DarkZero can find 3 in a row, it's really going to put BDS into that tilt mode. Users breaking down the barricade inside a shop. BDS just trying to see if they can maybe find someone before the eventual push towards the site. Top floor has been cleared. No one there for DarkZero. Pamperzoo still actually over towards first floor as well, can offer a point of difference then just on the site itself, let alone even on that second floor. As the smoke comes out, the push is going to be quite quick. 17 seconds remaining with the Warden still up on Kobe. He is one to watch as Nafe gets rid of users. 0-3 for him.
Bride gets the cross on towards Beaulo, and they are flooding their way into the site, but Nafe doing all the work that he can. It's popped either side. Kobe stops the ace, but I'm sure Nafe is going to forgive him. Shaiiko at 1 versus 3, but they have his position in time. DarkZero 3-0, and they complete their defensive rotation to get, you know, he sprays up to Liquefac above him, transfers down to users in the middle of the site. He's just been caught out time and time again throughout this map so far, and then able to get himself coolly, calmly onto the super shoddy and get that final sort of piece of the puzzle done. It's just, as he said, a bit disjointed from BDS here. Stuflex has to try and rein them in.
So 4 players now. So remember that stat I said on Labs, whereas the 5 above 110 for the side of BDS.
Yep.
Well, now it's only 2 above 100 for BDS. So that's quite a big drop-off. So, I mean, you can clearly see that on the servo. Solitov gets an opening kill onto Pamperzoo, who was actually going to be my next point, unfortunately for Pamper. The timing of this is awful, but he's the only one in red when it comes to EPS. 11 and 23, 70 EPS. He's the only one that's somewhat struggled. The other 4 members, though, for DZ, as Shaiiko shuts down Kobe, all above 100. So this is not the kind of round that we probably anticipated. BDS haven't done much like this probably since the first half of Chalet. 2 opening kills. We haven't even cracked under 2 minutes yet. This is not what DarkZero want. If BDS get the machine going, they will be hard to stop.
Well, let's kind of be honest here. It feels like they're punishing DarkZero, trying some outlandish stuff, and fair enough. You know, we talked about it before. The best thing to do after an opponent's timeout is to start doing outlandish stuff. They won't have talked about the difference of the game, right? They won't have talked about the changes that you've made. They lost the peak from the top of Whiskey. It's a pretty standard spawn peak. And then the rotate, that was just poorly timed. I'm assuming Shaiiko was making his way across the eastern windows. It goes wrong on Cocktail, fair enough. But now it's down to BDS to sort of play against the official hold the site itself. You still have the 2 players from DarkZero that on this map so far have pretty much defined it between Nath and Beaulo. And then you've got NJR, one of those big clutch factor players and one of the most historied players for the roster. There he goes. Beaulo gets 1 more for his tally for the day so far. There's a fight on the top of this window.
Head about to be popping there.
I mean, that's it. They're angled, they're prepped, they're ready. Brede is aware of the player as well.
Oh, sees the foot.
Oh, it's a bit of damage, and he gets out of there, though, and now it's the pressure on towards Cigar.
Yeah, I mean, Nath is very low now, so it's going to take something very special. Beaulo, jump out kill. Claymore, though, claims his life. It's a 2v2, but Nath is still very low. Something to consider here. BDS with 50 seconds on the attack. I'd still like their position, just a bit more than DC. But DC have now got themselves back into a position where they can actually win this round, despite the 5v3 beginning of the round for BDS. Nitrocell pre-placed. Still an impact available as well for Nath. And honestly, the way DC have been playing, it would not surprise me whatsoever if they can pull this off. And if they do, with a 4-0 start out of this timeout, it's going to put BDS absolutely into tilt mode.
I mean, they're going to have to try and drop it down. They might regret putting that C4 on the roof now because they're going for the default plant. Will they retake above? Yes, they will, but is Usus ready for it? They're trying to go for the fight. They're trying to go for 2-pronged, 1 fight, and Usus has to watch every single direction and level. He goes down. They've got vertical. They've almost got it, but it's a 1 versus nobody. NJR! I said it at the start. He has the clutch capabilities, and he proves it here now. Slow and steady, my boy.
It was a 5-on-3 double kill pre-2 minutes for BDS. Everything about the round coming out of a timeout said that they should go on and win it. And for DarkZero to bring that round back in that fashion and make it 4-0 out of the timeout.
I'm asking, do guys want to push right or long bar? No one answering. No one. So what the fuck are we doing? Focus the plan. 5v3, it's perfect. We got our tricky because they're playing like fucking retard. After that, for 1 minute 50, guys, 1 minute 50, no one answering to me. Next time, you guys, what I'm going to do? I'm going to fucking ruin the round and scream to everyone until someone's killed. Okay?
A very stressed man.
I feel scared.
A very stressed man.
I'm not going out in the hallway for like 10 minutes after this game. I'm just going to wait in here. But it says everything. I mean, I kind of said it midway through that round. If they lose it from here, it's going to go into tilt mode. And we saw it right there with Liquefac at the end. That is a huge round for DarkZero and BDS to kick off the 6th Invitational. You've got to remember, this is the first series for them. They didn't play yesterday.
Getting further and further away. The timeout is used. This might be all that they can have between here and the end of the map itself, but the pressure in the glass is on. There is one. Solotov straight and direct into the heart of Beaulo and the heart of DarkZero's sort of, you know, resurgence across this. Again, if they can get rid of Nath, then suddenly the amount of kills on the side of DarkZero isn't huge. Pamba hasn't been able to find a body so far in this game, and neither has Users, but it's a little bit more evenly spread across the side. The opponents here, it's 4-0.
Solotov's 3rd round in a row where he's got the opening kill. So, I mean, he's starting to at least give BDS that look in and give them an early advantage. They just haven't been able to capitalize off the back of it. But good use on the Glaz that they got 5v4. But the issue for BDS, and I can't believe I'm even saying this, has just been when they actually get to the site, they just look disjointed. The attack starts to fall apart. DarkZero just find a way to get that counter punch in, whether that's a run out, whether that's a swing or a peek. NJR in a very, very aggressive position, playing off the yokai drones. Leif is dead though. No more yokais. Montang in your face. Gut break not going to work. And it looks as if BDS will be responding to everything Liquefac just said, and they will pick things up here in the 5th round with a very dominant round, a very dominant performance. It started with Solotov, it ends with him, and that's better, says Liquefac. Work here from Solotov on the nook, straight through bar. Beaulo over towards the cocktail balcony. Will he be ready for this? He was not ready whatsoever. The creep up is successful from Solotov, and White Stairs has been taken by Liquefac on the Blackbeard. They did lose Users though, who has struggled on Cafe. 4v4, Nitrocell placed out by Kobe, explodes, no one there.
They do lose, obviously, a big bit of getting that verticality opened up as well. The removal of the boogie drones, and suddenly all that soft is, what, the work of Habana? The work of just trying to smash your way across? It's awkward territory to try and control, to try and get some damage done. Now as they look to get themselves sort of...
There's only 4 drones left, Emmy, as well. With a minute and a half, it's a decent amount of time. So DarkZero has done a decent job in dealing with the drone economy of BDS.
Do they just want to send themselves down? There's the player waiting on White and an Echo drone that's here to just get the clarification on the space. Now the Blackbeard did hop themselves out of the window. They have the chance at a retake, but they might want to... I was going to say threat of C4. All of them are actually gone. There's the lead up, there's the hit, and there's the escape. There is some support coming. Solotov gets one. Pamba trades it out at least, so it wasn't entirely for naught, but suddenly the fight is on the bottom of the stairs, and a Blackbeard has the lockdown and the close down. They've been able to get themselves rested around the site. They're going for the plant as the other 2 players keep the pressure on towards them. NJR does get Liquefac and buys them back in, but it's a post-plant situation. NJR gets himself another. I said he had clutch capabilities, but now it's down to Shaiiko to prove that he has the ones of the champion. 40 seconds. He has a lot of time here for the opponents to start rebuilding, but he's getting himself almost 2 1 versus 1s. Either side of a door, back and forth, and it's Nave that gets the end, and DarkZero put themselves on a 5-1 half.
I mean, amazing double kill from NJR in the hallway. They understood full well. Once they cleared out the Blackbeard in reading that it was going to be that mining plant, they rotate over pretty quickly, get rid of the player guarding Shaiiko. And Shaiiko almost has an opportunity to get the 2 1v1s, but they just don't peak one by one. There's the slight little peak, then unpeak. They didn't fully commit to it. I think they played that absolutely perfectly. DarkZero go 5-1 up. Oh, they're this close to knocking off BDS for BDS's debut at the 6th Invitational. To begin it with a series loss was not on, I tell you, it's not on Fresh's bingo card.
I mean, what? But the magic of the cup. No, it is just the possibilities.
Look at that kill.
Are always there. NJR again, you know.
And then deals with Bride just as he got the plant down. So the timing of that is impeccable. Bride doesn't even get a chance to really defend himself. Shaiko's too far back actually inside of mining. And the idea of the round for BDS there, of course, you get cocktail control.
That just happened, a 5-1 that was pulled back towards the team actually winning it at the end, but that is not how
Bride died on the smoke this early in the round. I mean, that's unforgivable. That's a role that you need to be alive late round.
Shaiiko gets one back onto Kobe, but there's Beaulo over the cover of the shield. There's a swing from Wedding that's about to happen, and Beaulo almost got caught out by it, but he's between the fight, and Shaiiko does actually get one, but gets dropped, but the support from Prep is not enough. NJR does get it locked down. Everything has happened in the opening minute and 20 here.
I mean, they're just basically walking in the front door and saying, we're just better. And that's the case right now. Nave, good information onto Solotov. The Warden thinks about maybe wanting to pull the pistol out. Liquefac rotating back through Small Bake in towards Bake. So they now have information on where the remaining 2 players of BDS are. 1 for 1, they trade each other, but that's a win for DarkZero, Emmy. They keep the numbers advantage. NJR will finish it off. 6-1 in favor of DarkZero, and BDS firmly on the ropes. It's 1. I mean, that is also the damning statistic. It's not as if this is just like DarkZero scraping over the line similar to Chalet. This is an absolute dominating performance on Cafe by the North American team. Liquefac, Solotov, already a tiny bit of damage. DarkZero on the attack though, of course, now in this half. Already 1-0. Can they make it 2-0 and go 7-1? And the push now coming from Beaulo. The rappel in towards the white corridor. Clears out washrooms. 1. Over towards Freezer, which is users.
A minute left. Now at this point, DarkZero obviously have the pressure of trying to get the kid in. They've been able to get sort of narrow grasp on the top, but 2 kills make it feel a lot more strong. NJR does find Liquefac in the meantime. It's not the biggest removal of operators, but as Nath gets users, the retake on the verticality. They get the ground into sort of their favor. They're able to battle it back and forth. At least the defenders now still with the site itself, but perhaps the fact that the battlefield is over there, not quite getting the catch. The drop into Laundry is well predicted, but Nave somehow wins it out, and NJR gets another, and it's all down to Solotov here. A slow start, but he's got to have a loud finish. He cannot. DarkZero have done what many cite impossible, but as we prove right now, nothing is impossible.
possible.
No, nothing is. We saw that last night. It's reaffirmed immediately today as well. DarkZero 2-1 winners over BDS. Huge points, huge map wins. It was a bit of a slow burn on Nighthaven Labs. They lost that one 7-3. Chalet was a battle, a war of attrition. They win it out, and then they stomp BDS on Cafe. A resounding 7-1.
Hello.
Good?
Yeah.
Big dick suckers down. Big dick suckers down.
Yeah. Dick suckers gone. Good fucking.
Yeah.
First map. Let's run through. How was the first map? What happened? What was the attack?
Honestly,
what's going on with the attack?
First couple rounds was kind of some early game hiccups is all. Some bad coordination, bad idea. Some people were not listening. It started to pick up a little bit more.
Would you like to single them out?
No. It was kind of a collective for a lot of things, and then
motherfuckers were just like sticking their heads and shit and getting them ripped off.
Yeah, well, there was kind of a going philosophy on how we should play it, but
yeah, did that philosophy change halfway through?
Nope. Nope. Kept the same.
You just stuck the head in the windows and then didn't get them taken off.
Labs is a little bit of was an oopsies. A little bit of an oopsies is all.
Everybody hates you on Thermite. I know it makes sense. I understand
I have good Thermite rounds.
Do you?
Yeah, I have good Thermite rounds.
Come
on, man. Last round, yeah. Favorite Raza. I fucking Gen door was completely goiled off, pulled the pistol out, ran at the guy pillar, right through the flames, through the fire and the flame.
That was sick. Okay, fair. That's true.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
I'll take that.
See, here's the thing. Don't tell anybody else, but the Thermite on Labs, the Thermite thrives if everything else is done to a T.
Well, yeah, you kind of need a wall open, you need the ability to get a wall open to actually use your ability.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah. Let's see. What was Chalet? Chalet was kind of a barn burner. I literally just found out it was 1-5. It was a 1-5 fucking half.
Yeah, you guys were getting pooed on. That's what I'm saying. Pambo's just sticking his face and shit and getting it taken off.
Again, we had a running philosophy. So
that's what I'm gonna say now whenever I fuck anything up.
Yeah, we had a running philosophy going.
Lucas, if you hear me fuck something up, I'm gonna say I had a running philosophy.
I like it.
Yeah, thank you.
Hello.
Yeah. And then Cafe was kind of easy sauce.
Cafe, yeah, that just looked like some standard ass fucking.
Bro, did you see the fucking?
TCMS.
Did you see when EFAC was like going fucking ape shit?
Oh, could you hear him?
No,
or did you see it after?
So Ryan, our coach, he was like, right after the match, he was like, dude, he went fucking nuclear.
Oh, he was crashing the fuck out. It was great.
The EFAC nuclear meltdown.
Dude, the round after, to be fair, they did go crazy. And then they proceeded to just lose the fucking shit out of the rest.
Well, no, it was after the 3v5 they lost, or 5v3.
Yeah, but they went nuke. That was the only round they won, was right after that.
Oh, was the bake? Honestly, I kind of trolled that. They shouldn't have won that.
Yeah, I agree. You did troll that.
I trolled. I was the tuber I trolled.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
All good, though.
Kobe skipped the handshake on Solotov.
Maybe he just didn't see him.
I think he saw everybody walking away, and he was like halfway down the line.
I'm
and then he just turned around.
Okay, so here's another thing. Kobe probably doesn't know what Solotov looks like. And Solotov was wearing like a fucking, a tracksuit jacket. So he probably thought he was just some fucking guy.
That's foul.
That's honestly probably what he was fucking thinking.
He's like, I don't remember that guy on Xbox. I'm just gonna keep moving.
I never saw him in a fucking roller Saturday, so.
Fair. True.
Yeah.
Yeah, the little one tappy on the fucking ham vigil gun.
What map?
Library door?
Yeah, the library door one. I had to clean my pants. It might have been like a 2-tap or something, but it was like
on Cafe? Oh, yeah, library. Okay.
Yeah.
It was like a 2-tapper.
Yeah, it was still satisfying.
Dude, honestly, Never mind. I don't want to say anything.
NJR started heating up. That was fun.
Yeah. Yeah. And Jared was pissed after during Chalet. He's like, dude, I can't fucking find anybody. I can't find anybody.
Yeah, there's one time he died on Chalet and he just whipped his arms in the air. He was pissed.
Yeah. Damn.
He just like fucking just ripped his shit into the air.
Yeah, that was a good match. A little bit better than yesterday's.
Slightly better.
We won more than we lost this time around, so thank God.
Yeah, I was saying Raza beat you guys and you beat BDS, so Raza's better than BDS as a team.
Yeah, that is actually how that works.
That's how it works. Yeah. Raza.
And then honestly, now the group is kind of like mellowed out. You know, now there's not going to really be any like top teams at the moment. They're all pretty even.
Yeah, running ahead of everybody.
Because I think Falcons has their off day today, and then we play them tomorrow. So then that kind of determines like the top 2, I would say. Wait, Raza played today, right? Actually, they're definitely top 1. Yeah, it would be just Falcons and us for whoever gets the second at the moment.
Did you feel the love from the butt plug?
Was there a lot of subs going off?
We had some decent subs.
I felt like 100 buzzes. So hopefully that lined up. Unless that might have been my alt account, my 24/7 anime feed stream.
Yeah, it might have been that.
So
I don't think.
My stream alerts might have been messed up.
Exotic Xenu, thanks for the 10. Flasher Prime with a Prime. Wow. Crazy.
Holy shit.
That's fucking
Film Nave. No,
why don't you film Nave?
No, one was much more accessible. Fine. Just fucking how do I do this? Wait. Okay. Outro.
Damn, that'll be good. That'll be a good little closing fucking. Hell yeah.
On a chapter.
So when is your bye day?
Last day. So we play these next 2 days, and then we have a.
That fucking sucks.
Yeah, it kind of does actually.
But as long as you make it through all good, then you get a nice.
Yeah, well, it still sucks. It's like then you're watching. It's like okay, you're either getting grouped, or like with our current situation, right? It's like either depending on the next 2 matches, you're either getting grouped, or you're getting loser bracket or upper bracket.
Yeah, I don't
so
like
it's
that.
Like you're really invested.
That's
obviously depending. Then it would be like, okay, say we win one more game. I think we're probably good on not getting grouped, but then it's like, okay, are we loser bracket, or there could be a chance that we're top out of the group. So I don't even know.
That's a stupid question.
I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, you don't.
We have 4. 3 points. You get 3 points for 2-1.
You only get 2, I thought.
3. You get 3. If you get 4 if you 2-0.
Is it?
4 points. Yep, 4 points every match. You get 3 if you 2-0, or 3 if you 2-1. You get 4 if you 2-0. You get 1 if you win a map. You get none if you.
Yeah, because Keg won 2-0 and they got 4 points. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Oh yeah, how was that fucking? I was watching that game. That was fucking crazy.
I didn't see that one. That was like one of the ones I didn't watch.
Dude, what the fuck?
Dude, I'm sorry, man. This was my last one for today, bro. 7 hours deep, man. Leave me alone, bro.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yo, Gio is fucking watch partying.
I'm gonna Did he watch Gio.
I think he was watching the other game, which is kind of foul.
That's fucked up.
Somebody said his favorite teammate was you, and I was like, but he's not watching his game. That's fucked up.
That is fucked up. Double. He's saying that for the stream.
I know.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Spoit is his favorite player to watch too. The stream, fucking bastard.
Any questions in the chat?
We had the dumbass fucking gotcha one.
Say it, bro.
Here's one for you. I already know the answer to this one. Did you believe in the beginning you can beat BDS?
Man, that's a dumbass fucking question. That's a dumbass question.
This is what I said before. If you
don't believe you can beat fucking someone, you're not gonna win.
When you're playing at this level, you don't think of teams like that. You're not like, oh my god, it's BDS.
Yeah. Honestly, bro, my emotions come game day are like the most fucking blank shit ever. Like after the match, I was like, okay, wait, well, or no, we were kind of like debriefing everything. They were like, we were talking about like, oh, it was a 1-5 half, and I'm like, really, really? I knew
Playing
we
one
were
round
down.
at a time,
I didn't know
man.
we were down. I didn't know we were down that fucking bad.
Yeah. I mean, that's a better way to do it, honestly.
Yeah. And no, man, it doesn't fucking matter. At this point, it's like, if you play for a while, you get a chance to beat everybody, and it's the same old shit.
Technically, it's probably still the case with you, but technically, I think we've beat BDS more than we've lost to BDS.
Probably. Well, they had a little bit of a streak going on me, but
yeah, but that's because of like Gamers 8 and shit. Doesn't count.
Yeah, we don't count Gamers 8. Fucking nonstop trolls. Every time I've been to a Gamers 8, I've been trolled.
Fair. We got two dying people, trolling people.
Yep. It's all good, bro. It's all good. It's all good. People don't like money for some reason. It's all good, bro.
Shaiiko likes money though.
Shaiiko don't troll. Shaiiko don't troll during Gamers 8.
No. Gamers 8, he fucking.
What's a gotcha question, bro? What is it?
Oh, he was just asking your thoughts on the jersey. Your jersey.
Oh, it's not bad. It's not bad. I honestly think it's
like I
bad.
said, I like the white part. The purple is what gets me. Just
I think it's cool.
I like the I'm a big
I don't know
fan
if
of
it's
the OG
just
DZ purple though.
Yeah, I don't know if it's because it's just different from what we've been running for the past fucking year. But I like it.
Is it cozy?
It's no. It's not.
Sorry.
It's not really. Actually, I heard that the jerseys that anybody can buy are way more comfortable than the player ones. I'll say that.
Damn. Good
I'll redeem myself.
That's good fucking save. You know what is comfortable? The pro sleeve jersey that you can buy at prosleeve.gg.
Oh yeah, pro sleeve jersey. It's just fucking Pojo shirtless with a fucking kiss the chef apron.
Gavinio's running the Blossom.
Yeah, he's been running it.
Hell yeah.
We gotta get a new one, bro. It's all faded.
Yeah, mine's getting a little faded too. Do I get a new one?
Maybe. I'll send one out the top.
Give me like a defect one.
We got a couple of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha asked how many times did you watch Top Gun Maverick before the event?
You know what's crazy? Also, Gotcha, sorry I didn't reply, but I did see the message.
That's okay.
You said that, and then like I was fucking like I opened up Twitter or some shit, and then it was just immediate Top Gun Maverick clips. So I think I got like a little exposure. The fucking algorithm probably knew I was not going to go out of my way to watch Top Gun Maverick, but it gave me a little snippet of fucking the shit. Of course, it was the shirtless speech scene, and there's just fucking hella hot dudes.
I was going to say, you watched the original Top Gun.
Fighter jet.
You watched the original Top Gun for the gay beach.
The gay innuendos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I miss when Top Gun was gay.
Yeah.
That's when it was peak Top Gun.
Yeah, fucking. We gotta stop on the next Top Gun. Fucking Tom Cruise better be fucking tongue deep and Val Kilmer.
Okay.
Wait, does he have like one of those holes in his throat?
Yeah, he had something going on. I don't know what it was.
Damn.
He was kind of messed up. Don't you
Yeah,
get that into it?
What's that? Is that French yelling in the background? No, I don't think it is. Why?
Qu'est-ce que c'est? Tabarnak.
I think it makes it better whenever they're like arguing and shit, and it's in English, but like just heavy French accent.
Oh yeah, somebody was saying like that is the Frenchest English I've ever heard.
Oh yeah, it is, bro. That's
yeah,
fucking.
that's super
That's
French.
EFAC, bro. It's fucking sick.
It is impressive though that they can even do English comms. And
He needs to like EFAC needs to like, you know, all said and done with Siege, he needs to just like fucking record like Audible books.
Yeah.
In English, of course.
I'm gonna rephrase Gotcha's question. Thoughts on Kangaroo Ryan getting real ape? He was scaring me sometimes. I thought he was about to fucking drop kick an NJR at one point.
I mean, honestly, I didn't know he had that in him.
He
'Cause it's
doesn't look like he has that dog.
Yeah, he was busting out. Dude, he's fucking. There's one round I clutched or something. He's fucking just. Right in my
Yeah, I
face.
know.
I'm like,
That's what I was
"Holy
saying. I was
shit.
like, he's gonna fight somebody,
Holy
man.
shit." I mean, it's sick, bro. That's passion.
I think he had the smelling salts behind, and he was just fucking giving those a huff before every round.
Yeah. No, I mean that's fucking dope. Gotta have the passion, bro. I mean,
Yeah.
I only yelled like 4 rounds. And my fucking voice is kind of shot.
Yeah, I feel like mine's gone too. I'm not even yelling. Well, I yelled a couple times, but
You just gotta sit there and fucking commentate and be like, fucking, man, what the fuck is Bo doing? He's fucking stupid.
I was definitely like busting a nut sometimes on some of those shots.
Oh. Well, I'm glad. I'm fucking glad. All those shots were
Not
made
bustable.
by ProSleeve.gg. It was all consensual relationship with ProSleeve GG and my arm.
I think Lucas already posted a tweet of the vigil
Yeah.
for ProSleeve.gg. Make sure you go to ProSleeve.gg.
Don't fucking slander.
ProSleeve.gg.
ProSleeve.gg. People like. Wait, yeah. I was gonna just ask that. Has anybody talked about the new one?
New one. You got it on?
All right. We got noobs at the helm here. Yeah, new sleeve, bro.
Oh, like new? Do you got the?
Yeah, man. I've been repping a new one.
You're like really far on the end, so it's kind of hard to see.
Man, shut up.
No, I'm serious. You actually can't see you really.
Whatever.
And when they do show your close up, it's like super close. Your like monitor's kind of in the way.
Oh, does it show like just this or something?
Yeah, it's just got your fucking forehead.
Any other final questions? I would like to depart. Oh my god.
Yeah. Let me look.
And I'm sure you would also like to depart.
Kyrie asked if we're doing a giveaway in the finals, which is a good question. I also wanted to ask this.
Yeah, of course we'll do a giveaway.
Should we do giveaways for some of the other games? If you get out of groups, maybe?
I'll take it to the Pro Sleeve board and we'll see what's up. Probably, maybe.
Okay.
Don't quote me on it.
DZ pizza tonight? Is it pizza on DZ?
It's actually a Dave's hot night. Dave's hot night because fucking it's Nick's birthday. Everybody say happy birthday to Nick.
Everybody say happy birthday to NJR, the mayor.
Nah, I'll show him later. Or we just post it. Maybe we'll just post it. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Wait, whose
NJR.
birthday? Bolo birthday. Oh man. All right, Poach. Everybody in the chat. Thank you guys for watching. I'm glad we could finally win against big dick suckers today.
Yeah.
We sucked versus Raza. We kind of sucked versus BDS, but we fucking stopped sucking a whole lot. We have what? Falcons. We have no bye. We have Falcons tomorrow, and then PSG the next day, and then we end groups on a bye day. So hopefully, listen, we're halfway through the group stage. I don't know. Yeah, maybe same time tomorrow. Yeah, I would probably think that it's probably the same time tomorrow.
I think you're one of the later ones tomorrow.
Give me confirmation.
I'm looking.
At some point, whenever. But thank you guys for watching. Remember, guys, supporting the channel, supporting me means supporting Poach. Sub to the channel, Poach gets very useless Canadian dollars. If you
What? Those get converted, man. Come on. Don't do that. Don't give me that shit.
Come on, I got a tariff you, bro.
Oh, bro, come on, man.
I got a tariff you. My leader
we got a 30-day break, man. Come on.
Tariff.
Same time tomorrow than early today.
Okay, yeah, same time tomorrow than first match. Kobe Lack, say hi. Kobe Lack, say hi.
Why am I not seeing it on the schedule?
Yo,
Kobe
what's
Lax.
up, Kobe? What's up, Kobe? I'm on the phone with my mom right now.
Oh, hello, Mom. Mom, Bo.
Kobe Lack.
He comfy?
Yeah, he's comfy. He's comfy. All right, guys. sub the channel, Bocharm, and you pay Poach. He keeps buying me every month. He buys me a new sub alert vibrating butt plug. So make sure you do that if you like
We do
my
need
prostate
to-
happy and Pojo's pockets full.
Yep. Correct.
Yep. All right.
Appreciate you.
Thank you. Oh, ProSleep.gg.
ProSleep.gg.
ProSleep.gg. Extra from the chat. Goodbye. Thank you guys for all the subs, the gifted subs. Who was it?
ProSleep.
Exotic Menace with the 10 gifted or something?
We had one from Xiang Fuel. I don't know how to
That's
pronounce
on
it. Walter Black, is it feeling good? I think he did that because he thought you had the butt plug still.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He does.
Why does he call the big dick suckers? I mean, BDS. What do you want? Like, huh? That's just the acronym.
Yep. All right. Goodbye, chat. Goodbye, Poach.
Ta-ta, farewell.